Well, guys, don't you just love the classic Nokia welcome sound? Anyways, I have with me the Nokia E61. This is, I think we bought it back in 2006. Yeah, somewhere around when I bought my K790i. So this is the phone which my dad used to use back in the day. It's a business-oriented phone. It's telling me that the SIM card registration has failed because the SIM card in here isn't active. Anyway, you can see this is the Nokia E61, and yeah, this is a business-oriented phone. This is from the E series of Nokia. Back in the day, Nokia used to manufacture E series and the N series phones. So yeah, this is the business-oriented Nokia device. It's got a full QWERTY keyboard, just like a BlackBerry phone. And by the way, this phone doesn't have a camera on it. So yeah, this was in 2006. Almost every phone had a camera, but yeah, I don't know why Nokia omitted the camera on this phone, because they did include the camera on the next iteration of the E series phone, E60 series phone, which was the E61i. Anyway, let's take a look at the design over here. On the front we have got this QWERTY keyboard, and by the way, I've noticed that this phone is built like a rock. This has seen usage up to 2012. My dad isn't really fond of new gadgets, so yeah, he upgraded to a Android phone in 2012, and yeah, this was in use since 2006 to right up to 2012, and you can see the keys have barely any wear on it. So yeah, all of the paint is still intact. There's no scuffs or anything. The original screen protector is still on here, so if I peel this off, the screen is almost good as new. Okay, so yeah, on the center, this one has a joystick. Now Sony Ericsson used to manufacture phones with joysticks back in the day, and it was pretty rare to see a Nokia phone with a joystick in the middle. They used to put a D-pad on here, and personally I'm not a fan of joysticks. These ones break, and they are just not reliable. I like the physical keypad over here. But anyway, you can see it's got a full QWERTY keyboard, top speaker, power button. I think this is a notification LED. I've never seen this thing light up except when you power the phone up. Nokia logo. Right side, there's nothing. Back, there's nothing. There's no camera on this thing. And by the way, if I take this out, you can see this is all metal. You can see this is really solid. So yeah, really solid phone. I like the fact that it has survived so many years of use. Okay, anyway, on the left hand side we've got this volume rocker and the speaker. The speaker on this thing isn't really that good either, but yeah, it was acceptable back in those days. This is the button to launch the sound recorder, so if you want to take notes, you just press this and the voice recorder will come up. But yeah, the voice recording was limited to 1 minute. And if we look at the bottom, we can see this proprietary Nokia connector over here. So you can buy a Nokia USB cable to connect it to your PC, or you can buy a headphone which supported this sort of interface. But yeah, there is no 3.5mm headphone jack, and there is no micro USB on this thing. The way you charge your phone is through this thing. This was the standard Nokia charger back in the day. And yes, I still do have the original charger for this phone, Nokia. So let's talk about the operating system of the E61. Now this one runs a Symbian OS, the Symbian OS 9.1 Series 60 UI. Back in the day, this was one of the most advanced operating system of its time. You can install Java and Symbian OS applications on this thing, and if you ever use a Nokia N series or E series device, you'll instantly recognize the UI, although it's a bit slow. So open messaging, you can see it's kind of stuck. So yeah, this is one of the uh, problems of the Symbian operating system. It gets stuck, so you can see the phone has just hung up on me. No problem, we'll just remove the battery. Speaking of the battery, this phone had a huge 1500 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery. So the backup of the E61 was pretty good for its time. It ran a 220 megahertz ARM9 processor, which was, yeah, I feel the processor on this thing is really slow, because you just saw the phone got stuck, and it just freezes from time to time and the response time is slow. But anyway, still I'll say this phone was pretty advanced if you consider 2005-2006 era. Anyway, this used a mini SD card. I think it supports up to 2 gigabytes. I'm not sure on that, but yeah, this is the mini SD card which this phone runs. And we get 64 megabytes of internal storage with 64 megabytes of RAM on this thing. So let me just power this thing back up. So let's talk about the screen. This is a 2.9-inch TFT LCD with it's capable up to 16 million colors. The resolution is quite low for its size. This is a 320 into 240 pixel LCD, same as the Sony Ericsson Walkman phone that I have, the W705, and the Cybershot phone, which is the K790i. So yeah, if you look close enough, you can, even with this sort of a range, I can easily see the pixels on the screen, and the color quality and the color accuracy was pretty horrible too. But yeah, this is not a media phone. This is meant to be a business phone. So the most prominent features on this thing is email and messaging. So, and I really like the messaging feature on this thing, because you can use the full QWERTY keyboard, and it's really easy to type messages on this thing. You can see it's very easy. And by the way, I think I won't find this keyboard really useful these days, because the swipe keyboards have evolved quite a bit on the touchscreen phones. So yeah, this kind of reminds me of the BlackBerry phones, which used to come with these QWERTY keyboards. But anyway, special feature on this phone is indeed the Office application. So let's just wait for the menu to load up. Yeah, this phone is a little bit sluggish, but anyway, the Office apps on this is compatible with Microsoft Office 2003, and prior Office versions. This will not load XLX or DOCX files. That is the new Office file extension. But anyway, you have Excel spreadsheets, presentation, and documents. Screen export to view your phone screen on a bigger screen. The standard Nokia Symbian file manager. You can print wirelessly, HP printer. But yeah, the real selling point of this thing was this Office application. So you can also create a new presentation on this thing. This is the Excel workbook, sorry. So let's open this. So here you go. We have Excel, and you can email this to yourself or save it on the device, and you can connect the device to your computer and export it over there. This one actually did not have the standard micro USB out. It had a Nokia proprietary connector, so that's how you connect the phone to your PC. But anyway, let's exit this, and you have presentations, which is Microsoft Office PowerPoint. There you go. And the standard document editor. And by the way, this phone did not have GPS, even though still waiting for the settings to load. Even though it had this navigator app and landmarks and stuff like that, you'll need to buy a separate Bluetooth GPS receiver if you want Bluetooth, if you want the GPS capability on this device. But it did have maps back in the day, and also this phone does have Wi-Fi. It never worked, unfortunately, so we ended up using the 3G data. So yeah, you also have this voice aid thing.
Contacts, dialer, voice mailbox, clock, 6:36. Voice aid, recent calls. Exit voice aid.
Very useful if you're not able to see properly. You have this voice command, just like you would command your phone to do a particular tasks. You have the regular Nokia themes. Preview this, and yeah, there were tons of themes available for these kind of phones back in the day. So let me just apply this and see how it looks. I think this phone will also, this theme will also change the phone's icons. Let's just wait and see. And you do get the ability to multitask with the Symbian operating system. You just press this and you can just go back to the standby mode and open your messages, and then you can just long press this and go back to the previous app which was open on your phone. So yeah, really useful and very intuitive, considering what was available back in the day. So let's go back to themes and put our regular Nokia theme, because that Nokia theme is probably the best. And yeah, rest of the settings are very similar to Nokia N series. Nothing really special. You have profiles, memory, app manager, settings. Let me show you. And yeah, if you've used a N series phone, you'll be familiar with all this. The display gets pretty bright, by the way. I know the camera isn't really seeing the display properly, so I'm not sure how well you will be able to see this. And this phone also had wireless LAN, like I said, but unfortunately the wireless LAN on this thing never ever worked. So I am not sure if it's the compatibility with the router. You can see it's not even detecting 3 of my routers, so I'm not sure what's wrong with it. So yeah, not sure what's wrong with it. It just does not connect to the Wi-Fi network, so we just ended up using the 3G option on this thing. Anyway, it's also got infrared, Bluetooth, the standard stuff, instant messaging. We have never used this. Neither we have used the push to talk feature. Data cable we have used to access internet on a laptop, because this one did not have the Wi-Fi tethering. Wi-Fi tethering came only after the Android OS came into the mainstream market. Let's see what organizer folder has. So calendar, notes, calculator, converter, voicemail, the standard stuff, call log, business software, and your installed applications. And you could install the regular Symbian OS and the Java games on this thing. So, and yeah, you also get Adobe PDF reader, Opera Mini, and none of these apps work, unfortunately, because they are just too old and outdated. These games do work, but yeah, and unfortunately there's no Snake game on this thing. Maybe they did not want to include it in their business phones. And sorry guys, I almost missed the media part of this phone because it went straight to the office part. So in this phone you get the real player, which is right over here. Yeah, this phone didn't really used to play most of the formats, and the gallery of this thing was pretty horrible. I remember the N series phones had much better evolved galleries to view your photos, viewing your video clips, and playing back your tracks. So if I open a photo, you can see how slow and come on, you see how slow this thing is. And yeah, the screen quality wasn't really good at all. So yeah, you got these washed out colors, and again screen quality wasn't really demanded on this phone because since this is a business device. Anyway, you also got the video player, which is the real player. Yeah, this one didn't play really high quality videos. So anyway, I think that's it for this. That's it for the Nokia E61. Thank you guys for watching, and do stay tuned for more videos like these. And let me know if I missed anything, because I'm not really much familiar with the Series 60 operating system. I never used a Nokia phone myself. I have used the Nokia phone, the Lumia 730, but yeah, I've never used a Symbian Nokia device in my life. So let me know if I missed anything, and I'll see you all later.